An agreement.
accepting what is already true.
Right.
I think doing implies that we have to do something to make something happen, whereas it's already happening. We need to participate in it.
Participate in it.
Yeah, the participation in what's already happening. So creation and everything has been designed so we can live healthy and whole.
I
But
agree.
we've been out of sync with that. So we need to get back into sync with what is already true. And so our agreement with it is our thinking has been focused here, but now it needs to focus here. But it's not per se that we do something to make something happen. We enter into what was already there. So we come to a point of realization and acceptance of what is true. And therefore we participate in it rather than strive for it. And I think part of the problem is a lot of Christians have been used to being taught to press in and strive for and go for it and pursue it. And that's not restful. We need to be at rest when we engage. And that's not very restful. So I think we need to realize it's not about us doing something to make something happen. It's about us engaging with what's already happened. And that can be by just intentionally focusing our thoughts on what is already true and engaging with it, and entering into the reality of what is already true. Now, obviously, if you don't believe that's already true, then there's some change of thinking needed to agree with God, which is what, the word actual metanoia in Greek, which is wrongly translated repentance, actually means agreeing with God's mind.
Yes.
So are there anything where my mind is not in agreement with God's mind? Well, therefore, who's going to change? Me.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with him. Now, it's much easier to agree with him when he gives you the revelation of the things that he thinks about and the way he operates. So, Psalm 139 talks about being fearfully and wonderfully made, and then goes on to talk about the vast sum of his thoughts about us. Well, we need to engage with those thoughts, and those thoughts can align our thoughts with those thoughts, and then we're in agreement. And the power of agreement brings about everything, because that's what union does. It brings us into what is already true in the truth. So Jesus being the truth, when I come into alignment with the truth resonates. I resonate with that truth and it changes me. It's called entrainment. Entrainment is where something is vibrating at a particular frequency. You bring something else which is static next to that vibrational frequency, and it will start to vibrate at the same frequency. And you can test that out with musical instruments. You can pluck a string of a guitar and you can put another guitar next to it, and that string will begin to vibrate at the same note as the one that you plucked. That's what entrainment is. And we need to entrain with the mind of God and entrain with God's intentions. And therefore, when we then resonate with them, we vibrate at the same frequency, and that energy produces life in us, or change in us, or transformation in us.